Part 1, The Outcasts. The Starship Elysium was a marvel of human engineering, a colossal ark carrying the last survivors of Earth to a new home. But for Lena Voss, the ship was a prison. Born with a rare genetic disorder that left her legs paralyzed, she had spent her life in a wheelchair, watching others stride freely through the ship's gleaming corridors. The Elysium Society prized physical perfection. Weakness was seen as a liability in the harshness of space. Lena was tolerated but never included. Then there was Kale, 7, an alien exile. The Elysium had encountered his species, the Vathari, years ago, a warrior race that valued strength above all else. Kale 7 was different. He questioned their brutal traditions, and for that he was cast out. When the Elysium found him drifting in a derelict escape pod, they took him in, but never trusted him. To the humans, he was a monster, tall, armored in chitinous plates with glowing violet eyes. To Lena he was just lonely. Part 2. An unlikely friendship. Their first meeting was an accident. Lena had been working late in the ship's hydroponics bay, one of the few places she felt useful, tending to the plants that fed the crew. Kale 7 had been assigned menial maintenance work, a way to keep him busy and out of sight. When their eyes met, she didn't flinch. "You're not afraid," he rumbled, his voice like gravel. "Why would I be?" she asked. "Everyone else is." Lena smirked. "Well, I'm used to people being afraid of me too." Kale 7 tilted his head. "Why?" She gestured to her wheelchair. "They think weakness is contagious." He was silent for a long moment. Then, to her surprise, he sat beside her. "My people think the same." And just like that, they understood each other. Part 3, The Plan. Weeks passed, and their friendship deepened. Lena taught Kale 7 human language, humor, and music. He told her stories of the Vathari, how their society was crumbling under its own brutality. Then disaster struck. The Elysium's navigation AI failed. Without it, the ship would drift endlessly, its passengers doomed to die in the void. The engineers scrambled for a solution, but the system was too complex. Only the original designers could have fixed it, and they were long gone. Lena, however, had an idea. "The Vathari have neural interfaces," she told Kale 7. "You can sync with machines, right?" "Yes," he said. "But the ship's systems are alien to me. It would take a guide." Lena grinned. "Good thing I know the Elysium schematics better than anyone." Part 4, The Fusion. The plan was insane. Kale 7 would hardwire himself into the ship's core, using his natural biomechanical link to stabilize the AI. But he couldn't navigate human systems alone. He needed Lena's mind connected to his. They rigged a neural bridge, linking her brain to his through a jury-rigged interface. If it worked, they'd save the ship. If it failed, well, no fear. Lena closed her eyes as the connection flared to life. Suddenly, she wasn't in her body anymore. She was everywhere. The ship's corridors, its engines, its flickering data streams. And beside her, like a shadow made of fire, was Kale 7. "Ready," his voice echoed in her mind. "Let's go." Together they dove into the chaos of the failing AI. Part 5, The Choice. The AI wasn't just broken, it was corrupted. A hidden flaw, buried deep, was causing it to unravel. Lena and Kale 7 fought through layers of code, but time was running out. "There's only one way," Kale 7 said. "I have to merge with it. Permanently." Lena understood. If he did this, he'd never be free again. He'd become part of the ship forever. "No," she argued. "There has to be another way." "There isn't." His mental voice was calm. "But you can make sure it's worth it." She wanted to scream, Instead she reached for him, not with hands but with her mind. I won't let you be forgotten. Part 6. The Legacy. The Elysium stabilized. The crew cheered, not knowing the cost. Lena awoke in the medbay. Her body weak but her mind alight with memories of the fusion. Kale 7 was gone. And yet not. She wheeled herself to the ship's core, pressing a hand against the humming metal. I'm here, she whispered. And somewhere, in the pulse of the engines, she felt an answer. Epilogue, a new world. Years later, the Elysium reached its destination, a lush, green planet. Lena, now a leader among the colonists, was the first to step onto the soil, with the help of bionic legs, a gift from the engineers who once ignored her. As the others celebrated, she looked up at the sky. We made it, she murmured. And in the whisper of the wind, she could have sworn she heard a familiar voice. We did.